it's a weird time that we live in because our kids are exposed to so much through the internet that we were never exposed to, and yet they're sheltered in like real life. Does that make sense? It's like they don't have real life experiences, they have internet experiences. And so this gets them out of that. Thank God that, I think that's so important. I'm Julia, also Zander's mom, and Zander and his dad went to kind of a man's night, an event that KOZ was putting on, and Zander just fell in love with everything that the ministry was doing, and he came home talking about it. He was super excited, so I looked up KOZ online just to see more of what they did. I think Zander's dad is an incredible dad in so many ways, and they have a really close relationship.
My dad and I are close. Like, we do a bunch of stuff together, but some of the stuff he knows and some of the stuff other people know, like there's stuff that can be mutually learned, like that I can learn. So KOZ, they can teach me a lot of things that my dad couldn't. So it was a good learning experience to figure out things that he didn't know about, and so I could learn and maybe teach it to him, and so he could teach someone. I don't know. It's just like a circle of knowledge that you can spread around and show everybody about.
I realize that a lot of what the boys are doing are, man stuff. They're hunting, they're working outside, they're learning new skills. I think that the exposure that Zander had to, I don't know what else to call it. I guess I'm going to call it man stuff. Man things, manly things, was kind of new and exciting for him at the camp. I remember when I came to pick him up at the end of like his time there, I mean, he looked like so exhausted, like he could barely stand, he was, and I asked him, well, do you want to do this again? He like immediately was like, oh my gosh, yes, I have to come back. So I think that, being able to do things that he didn't know he could do was really challenging and exciting for him. As our kids get older, we realize that they've kind of stopped listening to us, and I just know how important mentorship is in life. For me, myself, I had a mentor my first mentor when I was in college, and it changed the trajectory of my life completely. I know that that's kind of what Zander's getting through KOZ, is he's having godly mentorship in his life. Men who are speaking into it in a way that, I hope will keep him on the right path. And so I think that's one of the things that KOZ does so well, in a really genuine, down-to-earth way, and that was one of the things that I think really stuck out for both my son and my nephew that were involved in KOZ, is that they just thought everyone was real. And, we live in a world right now where we don't know what's real and what's not. Everything on Instagram, everything that people post, right? It's, we don't know if that's really their life. And honestly, even in the church, I think there are so many leaders and pastors that are not real. And I'm so sorry to say that, but I think it's true. And so our kids kind of can see through that in a way that maybe even my generation can't. And that's one of the things that KOZ does so well, is everyone's real. They love God, but they're being honest about their life. They're not trying to pretend that they're something that they're not. And I think that that's what really connects with the kids in a way that is transformative.
At KOZ, you can learn all the outdoor stuff and survival and preparation for whatever there is to come, around a faith-based community that can connect the dots between God and his creation, and really put two and two together. And while doing all this and learning about your faith and the outdoors, you can make great relationships that can last you for a really long time. I definitely grew in the relationships with the people I had just met and the people I had already known. I grew in my relationship with God and with the world around me.
The thing for the boys is this isn't just a Bible study. This is a place for them to be adventurous. This is a place for them to kind of explore something that they hadn't explored before, but we also know that our kids are going to be okay.
My name is Zander,
My name is Julia, and I am KOZ.
and I am KOZ.